Alright, gang, we're bringing $10,946.54 to close there.
Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through.
Are you really gonna get up there? What if it falls?
Slow close lid.
Alright guys, so we are closing on our very first house this week. And we cannot be more excited. So excited that we are literally looking at toilets in Home Depot. The week leading up to closing, we have just been collecting a bunch of fun things that we think can fit in the house, but honestly, we're not really sure where they'll end up going.
Here, and this is gonna be in the bathroom, 25 bucks.
It's really pretty.
It's beautiful.
Look at this like detail. And the little handles are sweet. And this is sweet.
A little close up for you guys.
I like this.
Danielle is not extremely excited about a lot of the things I have brought home, and
Gunnar
I don't blame
forced
her.
us to also pick up this nasty old laundry tub off of the side of the road. This was not approved by me, but here it is.
Neither will many of the purchases that will be by me will be
Stop! Another laundry tub?
And another laundry tub.
Thanks so much for being here and
She's
enjoy
pissed at me.
our closing day and a house tour at the end.
3, 2, 1. It's closing day. It's closing day. I'm gonna call for my mother. It's closing day.
Yeah! How excited are you?
We're super stoked. We just got in the car to go get a list of chores done.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
No, Wednesday.
Yeah, so closing is in T-minus 5 hours here. We have a couple errands to run. We got to get the money for the house and really organize a couple things, and we're good to go. But yeah, we're at the bank now.
We got the cash, baby. Got my bank account numbers or what?
All right, gang, we're bringing $10,946.54 to close here.
Well, also, we already paid $5,550 as well.
In hand money.
In hand money, just whatever.
So like our total bring to close was like $18,000 or $17,000. We got like $1,000 off for seller's assistance. I don't know. It's like high teens for closing, and that's
Pretty
just
much $20,000.
But yeah, we're in our heads. It's like, okay, we just paid $20,000 to like get it into this house.
Isn't that crazy? $20,000 and what was it? 2017, I think. 2017, I bought my first house, and I feel like I only ended up bringing like $7,000. It's crazy.
The times have changed.
Disgusting.
This is all our stuff that we ever owned.
Well, half of it. The other half is in my parents' basement.
We're just gonna park this baby at the house today, and the unloading will begin whenever we feel like it.
You guys want to see something real cool? See this Closer magazine? Ba-boom! A whole fucking spread of just our story.
We'll have to put it up in the house.
I'm gonna frame it like this.
The main reason we had to come here before it closes because Danielle needed her art mural stuff because she's doing a mural today.
The day of our closing, I'm starting a mural.
Maybe you take the camera with you.
Maybe I do. Would you guys like to see that? I started painting murals last January, it feels like, to see if that was something I wanted to turn into a business. And after about 8 murals, I decided I didn't like doing that professionally because it turned a hobby that I liked to do for fun into something that I resented doing because it was a business. And so I quit doing it. But a friend hit me up and asked for murals. So I'll do like one-off little murals here and there, but I definitely don't do like anything big and crazy. So if you need a small, cute little mural that I want to do and it's like fun for me, I'll do it. I just got to the mural spot. Here's all my supplies. And I'm peeling off these green things that used to be on the wall where I'm doing it right here. And I got to doing it over here and there's a snake. I don't know if you can see it right there. Oh my god. I thought it was dead for a second, but it's definitely not. Update. I finished all the cracks in the walls. This literally took so long. And now I'm gonna start rolling the white on. I've never painted exposed cinder block before, and there's just so many little crevices and rocks that the paint like doesn't want to get into, and that's why I did like with the brush first and all the cracks. I also haven't painted a mural in over a year, so I'm like kind of panicking and having a lot of imposter syndrome right now. So I'll get back to you after I'm done rolling. It's 3:02 and I am calling it quits here because we gotta go to the closing for our house. On our way to closing!
On our way to close on this house.
It's our last 30 minutes before officially becoming homeowners.
In a house that we can live in.
In a house that we can, oh shit. Grass needs a little cutting. Welcome to the skeleton house. Officially owners. Like keys. The glider. Welcome back to the channel. We finally closed on our skeleton house this week, and I'm about to give you an empty house tour, which I personally love watching. But first, I'm going to give you a couple specs about the house. It was built in the 1950s. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with a little surprise in the basement. We'll get to that later. And it is about 1,000 square feet, so just a tiny little guy. It has this very sweet front porch on it. Driveway's over here to your right. It has 2 front doors, as you can see, which I'll tell you about that later once we get into the tour. And that's about it. So let me give you a sweet little house tour. Don't mind the front porch. It already has furniture on it, but our family is absolutely foaming at the mouth to get us moved in here. But I wanted to give you an empty house tour first, so come on in. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna show you the outside of the house first, so come around back. Here you'll see we have a bunch of really beautiful foliage, which unfortunately most of it has to come out per the inspector. I mean, I guess it's really up to us, but he said that the foliage around the house attracts a lot of water towards the house and pests. So we're gonna see if we can dig some of it up and save it and move it somewhere else, but look how pretty it is. Over to the right here, it's technically not our driveway, but there's this weird thing where the borough was going to build a road right here, and you'll see it over there where it was supposed to finish. And they never ended up finishing the road, so it kind of just is this little parcel that doesn't belong to anybody but the county. but there is a written easement that our house and this house, our neighbor's house, can use the property. So it's pretty cool, and it turns out to be pretty big of a driveway. So we have Gunner's truck here, my car, my dad's trailer that has a bunch of our shit in it right now. But it's pretty cool because we don't really have to pay property taxes on it. This is our sweet little back porch area, which the inspector also said this has to come off at some point in our lives because it's like caving in on itself, but we figured that would be a problem for another time, another year, another chapter in life. But this is the backyard. It is super beautiful, peaceful. This honestly was a pretty big selling point for me personally because I just want to frolic in some grass. Doesn't this make you just want to frolic? Our property line goes a little bit past this shed back here. And then the property back there belongs to the neighbor. So it looks like it's a really big yard, but it's actually, it's okay. It's an okay sized yard. I'm not mad about it. We have a riding mower in our rusty, dusty little shed over there that came from my old house. So lots of fun grass to be cutting. There used to be a swimming pool right here. They ended up taking it out. I think they said it was leaking, but that's why the ground is like different right here. And our plan eventually is to kind of dig out right here and make more of a parking space and maybe get like a carport, or if we're ballin' one day, we build like a garage right here. That would be really cool because then you could just come down the like used to be road situation just like right into our actual carport or driveway. So that's the plan here. There's a huge stump right there though, which I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Welcome to our front porch, where we will be caught front porch chilling all summer long. Well, I mean, between renovations and stuff. Here's our sweet little front door, and as I mentioned earlier, there's a second front door over there, and it'll make a lot more sense once we get to where that goes inside. But for now, I'll just take you inside the front door. Got the doorbell that Gunner's obsessed with. And this is the living room. We have beautiful, well, they will be beautiful, hopefully, hardwood floors. And we got these big ass windows, which actually brings in a lot of light in here, which we were kind of surprised about for it being such a small house. And this wall right here is a supporting wall, and we are actually gonna be busting through it. So stay tuned to see how that goes. But there's gonna be a pretty little archway right here going into the room that I'll take you into next. If you come through this way, we have a square hallway. This is the heart of the home, some might say. And it also has hardwood floors that lead into some other rooms. But let me show you this room first. So this is the supporting wall I was just showing you. It leads into this big, giant kitchen space. And it's laid out a little weird, like that's the only cabinets that there are, and then we just have like a random fridge and stove over there. But we're planning on hopefully changing the layout in here a little bit. I don't know if you've been following, but we've been making the house on Sims on TikTok to kind of plan out what we want for the house. And people have been helping me out with that, so I'm sure that'll be a really fun project to like re-lay out this room. But this is the wall where the archway is going to eventually lead into. So if you walk in the front door, you can just see right on into all of this, which is gonna be super sick and very open and spacious. We also have another big, giant, beautiful window right here. And my favorite feature in the kitchen is having a little window to the backyard where the boys are working on shit and doing stuff, where the sink is. I'm just being here washing dishes like a cute little traditional housewife. And there's also a door over here that goes to the backyard where we were just at. Let's finish the rest of the upstairs before I take you down into the secret basement. Over here, we have a tiny little linen closet, which is nice because there's really not that many closets in this house. This is like one of the only ones. And then we have our bathroom. This is the vintage mauve tiled bathroom. I, for so long, have been dreaming of a dark green bathroom, but I don't think that's in the cards right now because of all this mauve tile. So let me know what you think we should do in this room in the comments below, because I know a lot of people have strong opinions about vintage tile. I don't love this color, but I think because we're balling on a budget, we should make it work. So what do you think I should do in here? Let me know. That brings us over into bedroom number 2. Don't worry, this floor is not asbestos. I tried to turn the light on and it's just, not working, so. This bedroom has the second front door in it. And that is because this room actually used to be a barber shop whenever they built this house. And they built this house with the front door in mind. Like, it wasn't an afterthought. They built this to be a barber shop, which is pretty fun. Like, when we looked at this house originally, we had no idea why this front door was here. We thought maybe like somebody rented this room, or like maybe they ran a business out of here, and we did end up finding out that they used it as a barber shop, which is pretty fun. You can see over here where like the pipes drill down into the basement for the water and stuff. So I don't know, I thought that was a fun little thing. But we're gonna be using this space as our office, and in the past couple living situations, I have had the desk in the corner and in the nook and all crammed and stuff. So I'm calling this spot for my desk so that I could have this beautiful window to look out of all the time. And Gunner's getting stuck in the corner this time. And that's bedroom number 2. Let's go on to the primary. This is the primary bedroom, also has hardwood floors, which I'm super excited about. We have some higher windows, but they're also pretty big and still let in a lot of light, which I think is pretty nice. We measured beforehand that our king size bed does fit in here comfortably, which that was a huge deal breaker because we are absolutely obsessed with the king size bed. We actually can't function at all without a king size bed or at least 2 separate bedrooms, so that was a huge deal. Back out into the hallway, we have this giant closet, which is also very nice. Like I said, this is like one of the only 2 closets that there is in the house. Goes up to the attic. We don't need to go up there. I don't need to know what's up there, neither do you. The inspector said it was dry. That's all we need to know. Once we go through the kitchen, there's this door over here that leads you to the basement. Bum, ba-da-da. Wow, wow. The basement is the whole size of the upstairs of the house. So it is pretty big down here. And the ceilings, for us at least, are very tall. Like, we don't have to duck when we come down here. My brother did have a little bit of trouble, especially under the ductwork right here. But for me and Gunner, we're just a little short, so it worked out. I do have plans on The Sims already for one day in the future when we can make like a den down here, and we're thinking about putting like an extra bedroom down here, and we have the laundry room that'll be over there, and our favorite part of the basement is right over here, the Pittsburgh potty. If a basement doesn't have a Pittsburgh potty in the Pittsburgh area, I don't want it. It's currently not hooked up because they said that there's a crack in this toilet, but if you saw in the living room upstairs, we already have another toilet that we're gonna put in the main bathroom, and then take that toilet and bring it down here so then we can be shitting at the same time. Over here we have a little canning area, which again, one day in the very far future, we are hoping to dig out the earth right here so that we can have an exterior door so that we can get in and out through just the basement. But as of right now, it's just a little storage area of all of Gunner's old memories that his parents brought over. We also have another random sink over here. Completely works, and I know that these sinks are a hot commodity, but I don't love it. I don't know what we're gonna do with this. It's probably just gonna be like an art sink or something like that, or like gardening, I don't know. I don't know why it's here. The sellers didn't know why it was here, but it's here. Maybe we'll have a stripper pole. Next video that you see from us is most likely going to be us refinishing the hardwood floors and trying to do the archway in that supporting wall that I showed you earlier. And after those 2 things are done, we'll start moving in.
Yeah, we'll start moving in because this is gonna be a couple messy projects in here, and it's a good thing we have both sets of parents here to help us with these projects.
They're on speed dial, ready to roll.
They're on speed dial, they're ready to get over here and start tearing walls out, but we want them to just take it a little slow for us so we can enjoy and document this process.
Hit like and subscribe if you want to see us absolutely take a dumpy in the Pittsburgh potty in the basement.
That's enough of that.